There was a time when owning an Audi meant you had made it. Not just rich, but smart rich. You didn't go for flashy BMWs. You didn't go for old school prestige like Mercedes-Benz. You chose Audi, the quiet genius. Quattro all-wheel drive. Clean, timeless design. Interiors that felt like the future before anyone else caught up. But fast forward 10 to 20 years, and something strange happened. The same cars that once symbolized precision and engineering excellence are now sitting unsold. Cheap, ignored, avoided. People don't dream about old Audis anymore. They warn you about them. So what went wrong? Why did one of the smartest luxury brands turn into what many now call a financial nightmare? Let's break it down. Chapter 1, the dream that ages poorly when precision turns fragile. Over time, when an Audi is new, everything about it feels intentional. The design is clean and timeless. The materials feel premium in a way that doesn't scream for attention, and the driving experience feels balanced, not overly aggressive, not overly soft, but precisely tuned. It's the kind of car that doesn't try too hard because it doesn't have to. But the real story of an Audi doesn't begin when it's new. It begins when it starts aging, because unlike simpler cars that degrade gradually and predictably, Audi's complexity creates a different kind of aging process, one that feels less like wear and tear and more like a slow unraveling of a system. Every feature that once made the car feel advanced eventually becomes a potential failure point. Every sensor, every control module, every piece of hidden engineering starts to age in ways that aren't always visible until something suddenly stops working. And when one thing fails, it often affects others because these systems are deeply interconnected. What used to feel like cutting-edge engineering starts to feel delicate. Owners begin noticing small issues that don't seem urgent at first. A warning light here, a glitch there, but over time, these issues stack up, and slowly the car loses that sense of effortless perfection it once had. This is when the realization hits. Owning an older Audi isn't like owning a normal used car. It's like maintaining a machine that was designed to operate flawlessly, but not necessarily to age gracefully without constant attention. Chapter 2, the maintenance trap. Nobody warns you about cheap purchase, expensive reality. One of the biggest reasons people are drawn to older Audis is the price. On paper, it looks like one of the best deals in the used car market. A vehicle that once cost tens of thousands of dollars can now be bought for a fraction of that price. It feels like you're getting premium engineering, luxury, and performance at a bargain. But what many buyers don't realize is that while the price of the car drops dramatically, the cost of maintaining it does not follow the same curve. The parts are still designed for a premium vehicle, the labor still requires specialized knowledge, and the complexity of the car means even small repairs can quickly become expensive. This creates a dangerous illusion. Buyers think they've saved money up front, but they're stepping into a long-term financial commitment they didn't fully anticipate. A simple issue can lead to a repair bill that feels completely out of proportion to the car's current value. And because these issues don't happen just once, but repeatedly over time, the total cost of ownership starts to climb rapidly. Chapter 3, when engineering becomes a barrier, why mechanics dread. Working on them, Audi's engineering philosophy has always been about precision and packaging, fitting everything together in the most efficient and compact way possible. When the car is new, this results in a refined and cohesive driving experience. But when it comes time to repair or maintain the vehicle, that same design philosophy becomes a major disadvantage. In many older performance models, such as the Audi S4B6 or the Audi S6 C5, the engine bay is so tightly packed that accessing key components becomes extremely difficult. In some cases, major maintenance tasks require removing the entire engine from the car, something that sounds excessive, but is often necessary due to how everything is arranged. Chapter 4, reliability that slowly breaks trust. Small issues that lead to big doubts. Reliability is one of the most important factors in how people perceive a car, especially as it ages. And with older Audis, the issue isn't always catastrophic failure. It's the accumulation of smaller, persistent problems that gradually erode trust. Certain engines, like Audi's 2.0 TFSI, have developed reputations for issues such as excessive oil consumption. Timing chain tensioner failures are another well-known problem, often occurring without much warning and leading to serious engine damage if not addressed. Electrical faults, sensor malfunctions, and unpredictable warning lights add another layer of frustration. Chapter 5. The Electronics Time Bomb. When advanced technology ages faster than expected, Audi has always been a leader in integrating technology into its vehicles. From early infotainment systems to advanced driver assistance features, the brand pushed boundaries long before many competitors. But technology evolves quickly, and what feels advanced today can feel outdated or unreliable tomorrow. As older Audis age, their electronic systems often become one of the biggest sources of problems. Screens can lose brightness or develop dead pixels, infotainment systems can become slow or unresponsive, and sensors can start behaving erratically. These issues don't always affect the car's ability to drive, but they significantly impact the ownership experience. Chapter 6. When luxury becomes disposable. The economics of letting go. Luxury cars are built with the expectation that they will be properly maintained, but once they enter the used market and pass through multiple owners, that level of care often declines. This is especially true for brands like Audi, where maintenance costs can be high and specialized knowledge is required. In markets like North America, this creates a situation where many older Audis are simply not worth repairing. The cost of fixing a major issue can exceed the value of the car itself, leading owners to abandon repairs altogether. Instead of investing more money, they choose to sell the car at a loss or send it to a scrapyard. This cycle reinforces the perception that older Audis are disposable, not because they were designed to be, but because the economics of ownership make it difficult to justify keeping them on the road. Each neglected or abandoned car adds to the overall reputation, making future buyers even more hesitant. Over time, this creates a feedback loop where declining demand leads to lower prices, which leads to less investment in maintenance, which leads to more problems, and the cycle continues. Chapter 7. The Rust and Time Problem. Why some Audis didn't survive long enough. Looking further back, older Audi models from the 1980s and early 1990s faced challenges with corrosion resistance. While the brand made significant improvements over time, some earlier vehicles did not age as well as their competitors in terms of rust protection. Rust is particularly damaging because it affects more than just appearance. It can compromise the structural integrity of the car, making repairs more difficult and less worthwhile. Once rust takes hold, it spreads, and restoring the vehicle becomes increasingly expensive. As a result, many of these older models simply didn't survive long enough to become classics. They disappeared from the roads, not because they lacked character or engineering value, but because time and environmental factors took their toll. This absence affects perception. When people rarely see older Audis still running, it creates the impression that they weren't built to last, even if that isn't entirely true. Chapter 8. A brand that lost its identity. When being balanced isn't enough. Audi once stood for something very specific. It was the brand of understated innovation, the company that combined performance, technology, and design in a way that felt cohesive and forward-thinking. But over time, that identity became less clear. As competitors sharpened their focus, Audi's position in the market started to blur. BMW emphasized driving dynamics, Mercedes-Benz leaned into luxury and heritage, and Audi found itself trying to balance both without fully owning either space. Chapter 9. The exceptions that prove the rule, the Audis that refuse to be forgotten. Despite all these challenges, there are still older Audis that have managed to hold their value and even gain appreciation. Models like the Audi S4 B5 have developed strong enthusiast followings thanks to their performance, tuning potential, and unique character. These cars represent a different side of Audi, one that focuses on driving excitement and mechanical engagement rather than just refinement and technology. For enthusiasts, the challenges of ownership are part of the experience, not a deal breaker. Chapter 10. The reality nobody wants to admit, not bad, just demanding. At the end of the day, the perception that nobody wants old Audis isn't entirely accurate, but it does reflect a broader truth. These cars aren't inherently plock. They're prosta-demanding in ways that most people aren't prepared for. Owning an older Audi requires more than just money. It requires patience, knowledge, and a willingness to deal with complexity. It's not a passive ownership experience, it's an active commitment. And in a world where most people want convenience, reliability, and predictability, that level of commitment is a hard sell. So the market responds accordingly. Demand decreases, prices drop, and the narrative shifts. From intelligent luxury to calculated risk, Audi didn't lose its engineering brilliance. If anything, it pushed boundaries further than most. But in doing so, it created cars that were incredibly advanced for their time and incredibly difficult to maintain as they aged. What we're seeing today isn't the failure of a brand, it's the consequence of complexity meeting time, cost, and changing expectations. Older Audis didn't become undesirable overnight. They became misunderstood, mismanaged, and ultimately misaligned with what most used car buyers are looking for. And that's why today, when someone sees an old Audi for sale, the question isn't about how good it once was, it's about how much it might cost tomorrow. So here's the real question: would you take the risk and own an old Audi knowing everything that comes with it, or would you walk away and choose something simpler? Let me know what you think, and if you want more deep, no-nonsense car documentaries that reveal the truth behind brands, machines, and the industry itself, make sure to subscribe, because the next story might completely change how you see your dream car.